me and God talked about it, and it's official. I am choosing to make millionaires. I want to talk to you about what I feel is the difference made in terms of us being free. In 2020, George Floyd was publicly executed, right? And it literally changed me. It had an impact. It did different things, right? And I, at that time, was an internet marketer, all right? And I was really at that time, or in that season, even before that, but I've been known, I did my first couple of million, really focusing on Black women, healing their way to their first million, right? And I have had and have a bestseller out called Black Woman Millionaire. I have another bestseller out, international bestseller out called The Raw Truth, A Pimp Daughter's Diary. I have Amazon Prime pilot on Amazon Prime that's had over 15 million views. I stopped counting. You know what I'm saying? Millions is my thing, okay? I reach at least 1 million people every week. When George Floyd was executed, I stopped that because I got frustrated with us not being able to speak back to the enemy. And I went back into my PhD books. I'm a PhD from Stanford. And I got real committed to giving us language in terms of how we were being talked about and represented in the media. And I'm like, no, they're not going to do this. And so I went back to being a professor. I was a tenured professor before I was an entrepreneur. Anyway, I've been doing that ever since for the last couple of years, right? And I got real committed to healing the historical wound between Black men and Black women rooted in chattel slavery. I got real committed to us knowing our history instead of being targeted and attacked like we didn't contribute anything to this country. And I got really, really frustrated with the arrogance and the presumptuous of white privilege talking to us like we're fucking idiots, right? So I'm like, God, I'm not doing it. So anyway, I talked to God about it, and God said, no, go at it, have at it. So I had at it, right? And 2 years later, Breonna Taylor has justice, Aubrey has justice, George Floyd has justice, okay? And I'm looking at something that I want y'all to hear, so hear this with love. And please do your best to not react. Do your best to not react. I've said to us as a people, and I probably should have started with this, that we have a 1.6 trillion spending power, right? And yet we're the biggest consumers. And I've talked to us that if we really want to have social change, we need to become entrepreneurs. We need to have our own money. We need to be able to pay for our own super PACs. We really do. We really do. And what I get back is white people are oppressing us. I'm like, but they're not oppressing our spending dollars because we are spending our money non-consciously. You see what I'm saying? And I've gotten pushback about money from us. And I'm like, hold on now. We say we want freedom, but we don't want to be responsible for how we spend. We don't want to stockpile our money together because we don't trust each other, and we won't do the necessary healing to trust each other. I'm not talking about individuals, so please don't miss me with like generalization. Please don't do that. That's just a tactic of the white man. Please stop being divisive. Get an understanding instead of reacting knee-jerk as a knee-jerk, non-thinking person. I'm on your side. And the truth is, if we as a people do not take on our spending patterns, we will never have anything more than individual success. Do you see what I'm saying? And I say that in complete love, so don't worry about it. I've done it too, all right? And so I've been sitting with God for a minute, talking, okay, God, what am I missing? How come I can't help them hear that we don't need white people? And I'm not talking about individuals, so don't, please, for all my white allies and friends and brothers and sisters, please miss me with that too. I'm not talking to y'all. Calm down. Everybody calm down, all right? What I'm trying to express is, historically, people of African ancestries in this country, whatever time period you want to find, we have been able to take care of ourselves when we did it together. And what I'm bumping into is a resistance to doing it together. The brothers get mad when I empower the sisters. The sisters get mad when I advocate for the brothers. It's fascinating to watch. And I'm doing it for free. Literally, I turned off my marketing machine and went to social change and education in service of you. And the whole point is, you don't really want it. I'm saying you don't want it in theory. I'm saying that you don't want it in practice, because it takes something. It takes sacrifice. It takes sacrifice to win. You can't win being righteous. It doesn't work. So I was okay, God, what am I missing? And we talked it through. And what I'm hearing from Spirit is I need to focus on the money, because y'all not hearing anything else. Y'all don't hear healing. Y'all like the terms of healing, but y'all don't want to do the healing without somebody doing it first, or acquiescing first and saying no, sorry first. And that's not how healing works. You have to be accountable for yourself, even when the other person did you wrong. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do grace. Oh, grace is hard. Well, being poor is harder. Living under the feet of other people is harder. But y'all don't talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, God, I feel like I'm pushing a boulder up a mountain with people who are pulling me back because they don't want to go up. And that's unfortunate, because I would have taken you. I would have, because I know how to. And I'm not taking myself from you, so don't get triggered by that either. Don't get triggered. Do your best to listen, to get an understanding instead of reacting because you don't like what I'm saying. That's part of what I'm pointing to. Until you can get thick-skinned enough to hear a truth without turning it into a personal attack, you won't be able to hear the opportunity. You can't, because you're too busy being defensive. And that can be controlled. That part can't. That's more like habit. It's like, I'm going to take my piece. No, listen. I'm telling you something people won't tell us. And we'll keep thinking there's something wrong with us. No, we're just not willing to work together yet. Okay, you win. I'm going to go back to money. I'm going to go back to money making. I'm going to focus my energy and time on entrepreneurs who really are committed to making millions. And it won't take me long, okay? Because those are the people who I can then, I'm pretty confident I can get entrepreneurs who are spirit-led, who want to build kingdoms and cathedrals for legacies. Like that group, once I can get them monetized, get them the training and the tools, because they're hungry. You see what I'm saying? They'll do the work. Then I can talk to them about how we leverage our money together. That group I can move, because they have skin in the game. They want generational wealth. They'll do the healing if they need to do that. They'll do the marketing if they need to do that. They'll do the learning if they need to do that. That's what entrepreneurs do. So I'm like, okay, God, instead of me trying to educate the masses, let me focus on the ones who are entrepreneurs and who are committed to live in a legacy that lives after them. Because they'll have skin in the game. They won't just be an amen corner and say, oh yeah, but when I put out a course around healing, they don't buy it. What sense is that? I did a whole course around healing, and y'all didn't buy it. Y'all did the free one, but you didn't buy the healing one. Healing Black Love, y'all didn't buy it. So I'm not going to do that anymore. Y'all have spoken. I'm clear. I'm not going to go through that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go make me some millionaires. And then I'm going to see if God tells me what else to do. Maybe God doesn't want me to. Maybe I did everything I was supposed to do with social justice over the last 2 years and some change. Maybe I did. And I'll keep posting. I'm going to keep posting that. But I'm not going to invest my energy, my time, my heart, my blood, my sweat and tears into really helping you or helping us as a people to heal. There's plenty of content I have out now that if you just looked at my stuff from here for 2 years, you'll get everything. You see what I'm saying? But it's not making a difference. It's not making a difference. It may be making a difference in terms of your experience, but what I'm seeking are people who are willing to change. And that requires being an entrepreneur. You cannot do what I'm talking about if you're not willing to bet on you, invest in you, learn new things. I have to learn new things because I'm more committed to making millionaires than to bitching and moaning about how the world sucks. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm getting off the bandwagon of the world sucks. Then I'm going to make a better world. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't put my attention on money for a while because I've been really focusing on healing and really helping us learn how valuable and precious we are as a people. And when it's time to do what's required, what I get is a lot of story. And it's okay. I'm talking to the wrong people. Not that you did anything wrong. I'm saying you have to be at a place when you're willing to be accountable and responsible for your own destiny. And that is what I need in order to move us as a people. I need a tipping point of black people or people of people period who are willing, and entrepreneurs who are willing to monetize, leverage, and work together. So I'm going to go ahead and build it. And please know this. I'm building it for you. No, I love you, and to tell you the truth, I'm going to shift my focus back to money. It's the only thing I can see that will make the difference for us as a people is us being able to leverage our money together. And if I can get enough of us to millionaire status, which is not hard at all, okay, then I know a percentage of those I can get to billionaire status. Because that's where you get into the infrastructure of America. So I'm spinning now, not in anger, not in frustration, but as insight and discernment. And I encourage you to do this. Happy, stop fussing at me. My dog is fussing at me. Hold on. I got to go get Happy because he wants to go outside. And this is Happy. And he's decided he needs to go outside. Maybe he's telling me I need to go outside. Okay, maybe. So we're going to go outside. We're outside. And I hope you love, and I hope you don't hear anything other than me discerning where to put my energy that will make the most difference. And I've done over 2.5 years of pouring into you with regard to social change. And those things have moved. So I'm going to go back to marketing and money making. I'm not angry, it's focused. And once I understand the lay of the land, and I've done it enough times to get a sense of what I'm bumping into, then that means I have enough data to make an informed choice. And what makes the difference is us having our own. Us having our own. I'm very committed that for those of you who are committed to doing the real work, to have your freedom, I'm committed that you never worry about money again. I never want you to have to worry about money. If your mama needed something, you wouldn't have to worry about taking care of her. I'm here for that. And so I'm going to go ahead and commit to that. I'm going to commit to that. And I'm going to let God do the Hollywood stuff. But for me in my house, I'm handling things. Okay? So know that I love you in that agape way. If you're fed by this word, please pay it forward. And it's an adult conversation. It's an emotionally mature conversation. It's a spiritually evolved conversation. And I encourage you to, if you got triggered, look to see what upset you. What hooked you, and where did that start? It didn't start with me. Okay? I love you, sis. I love you, bro. I love you, ally. Please share this video. Goodbye for now. Oh, and be on the lookout. If you happen to be an entrepreneur, keep your ear to the ground. I'm coming for you.